have to talk about your position against the war on Iraq, because, you know, the issues connected to each other.
Indeed. Well, I had gone to, first I'll tell about Afghanistan. After 9/11 and the United States government deciding that it would reopen its embassy in Kabul, Afghanistan, that had been closed for 13 years. Mm-hmm. I volunteered to be on the small team that went to Kabul, Afghanistan to reopen the embassy because I wanted to see why the response of the U.S. government to 9/11 was taking a military approach rather than an international law approach of tracking down people that were a part of an organization that committed these horrific things on 9/11, but for the United States to decide that it would use its military in Afghanistan to go after the leadership of Al-Qaeda, it didn't make sense to me. And I decided that I would volunteer to go to the U.S. Embassy to reopen that and then see for my own eyes what was going on. And it was while I was in Afghanistan that messages came from Washington saying, we cannot respond to the things you think as a collective group should happen in Afghanistan, because we are now, focusing on Iraq. Mm-hmm. It was like, what are you guys doing in Washington? Iraq had nothing to do with 9/11. And it was a project of a small group of people in the U.S. government to take down the Saddam Hussein regime. And after I left Afghanistan, I went on to what turned out to be my last assignment, which was as the deputy ambassador at the U.S. Embassy in Mongolia. And it was there in the lead up to the war on Iraq that we kept getting messages from Washington saying, this is the reason that we need for you to tell the Mongolian government that, Saddam Hussein is a danger to the world, that he has weapons of mass destruction, that whole, spiel that the U.S. government was giving to the world. And, I was very uneasy with that. I didn't believe, what my own government was saying. And then the U.S. government said, we need for you at the U.S. Embassy in Mongolia and all the embassies really around the world, we need to get militaries from other countries to join this coalition of the willing. And it was like, well, I'm not going to the Mongolians to say, you need to